Are y'all ready to watch a Dallas Maverics fan crash out?
Yep.
I've never been more excited. Just remember the sponsors.
I'll get to them in a minute. As I was sleeping peacefully after 2 delightful margaritas at my favorite local Tex-Mex spot here in Dallas, so the NBA world just changed. Just the biggest NBA trade in history. Ever.
Maybe.
It's like Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Maverics. I haven't said that out loud yet. To the Los Angeles Lakers yesterday evening, like 10, 11 p.m. I was sleeping so hard. Got a little tipsy and just went right to bed. It was delightful. And I woke up feeling like, world's on my shoulders. The Stars just made a good trade. Mason Marchment's coming back for the Stars. I'm feeling great. I look at my phone. I have 3 missed calls from Noah Outlaw, who lives in New York now. Why does that happen? I have 40-something, 50-something text messages from various groups, including you. I have so many tweet notifications, and I have no idea what has happened. That's too many notifications to wake up to. Luka Doncic was traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and 2029 Lakers first.
Stone, what do we do? Where do we go from here?
Mavs fans on Twitter are giving up their fandom. And they say, "Go ahead, take the team to Vegas." I don't give a fuck anymore. It's over. MFFL? No, thanks. I'm good. No, and they're spray painting "fuck Nico Harrison" right in front of Dirk Nowitzki's statue in AAC. There's a Modelo 40-ounce just sitting at the base of the statue right now. There's signs, there are jerseys, there are posters, there are bracelets. Everything is just at the grounds. I just was there. I went and picked up lunch from our favorite spot right there at AAC just to check it out. I am dressed in a suit, not for this podcast, by the way. I am going to the Stars game right after this. It's an earlier game, so I had to get ready a little bit before. So just wanted to point that out. It's not a funeral suit, but it is a funeral suit at the same time. I'm shocked. I'm hurt, disappointed, irate, sad. It's hard. I can talk a lot on this podcast and I can talk really fast about a lot of things on this podcast. This is the one where I don't know how to put anything into words. I have not written a blog. I did not make a social media video for TikTok or anything right now. As of today, it is February 2nd at 1:07 p.m. Central Standard Time. I haven't been able to, I've tweeted some things, at the Mavericks account when they tweeted the graphic for Anthony Davis welcoming him to the team, and I said this is like 47 Pearl Harbors. There are, I think it's 25,000 views now, several hundred likes. Everyone is in agreement with me on that. It's like 33 9/11s. It is the worst thing that the Dallas Mavericks could have ever done. They'd trade Kyrie Irving. I'm pissed. I'm mad, but I'm like, you know what? He's a free agent at the end of the year. He could either re-up or he could just leave for free. You recoup some assets, whatever. But to trade the franchise cornerstone, which you've had arguably 3. You've had Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Luka Doncic. Those are your 3 guys. You let Steve Nash walk because you didn't want to pay him all that money. Even though Mark Cuban said
by the way.
Yes, all white. Very non-coincidental there, is my guess. But Steve Nash walked for more money when Mark Cuban was like, money's not an issue when I buy this team. Money was an issue just a couple years later, whatever. Dirk Nowitzki stays. He takes money under the table or he takes less contracts, whatever it is, the Tom Brady method. He won his chip. He got a statue. His jersey's in the rafters. He's a legend. He's the guy here. Nick and Sam's is all about Dirk Nowitzki. He's there all the time. Like, Luka Doncic was the next guy. He was the guy. And to trade him for 1 first-round pick and another injury-riddled star that is 5 years older than him, past his prime, is irresponsible, stupid. I want to say more words, but I won't. But before we get y'all's takes, I want to thank our sponsors, Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Go check them out today if you're in the Houston area. Shout out to Prize Picks. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get up to $100 match on your first deposit. And shout out to J Bar and Barbecue. We will be there this Saturday, February 8th, afternoon game for the Rockets and the redacted Dallas team that I don't know if I'll be wearing Dallas gear on Saturday when I come to Houston. That's
crazy.
Upset. Shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. I'm sorry that you didn't get the very, very top of this podcast. We had to start it off that way. I'm sorry, boys. Take the floor, please.
Oh, Stony. We are so sorry that you are dealing with arguably the worst thing that anyone can deal with as a fan of any sport. Your franchise cornerstone, your guy, James Harden, arguably. Imagine James Harden being traded in 2017. That's what I said earlier. This is you're being tame right now, and I respect and appreciate what you're doing. I'm just as in shock as you are. But Max Christie in a Mav uniform, it's gonna be sick. 15-point a game player. Can't wait. This is why we league pass. I can't do this. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm torn. I feel on one hand I'm the stick person meme of the watching someone's downfall, me because I prayed for it, about the organization. But like it's so bad. It has reached like such a horrible level that I like can't help but kind of feel bad for the entire fan base. This is dark. This is the darkest timeline.
This is so gnarly. Stone, give me something.
I don't know if I can. Like, it's just malpractice. It is organizational failure. It is on the new owner, the Aldersons or the Adelsons. I don't know how to say their name. Whatever.
You don't need to know now.
They come in. They're from Vegas. They're going to bring sports betting to Texas. They're doing all these things. They hired a new president who was the president over at the Warriors, how to get a new arena. We're doing all these things. All these things are really good. And they started not wearing the light blue jerseys as much. And I was like, yes, that's good. Don't like those anyway. I know we won an NBA championship in those, but I don't like them. They're not very aesthetically pleasing. We just stopped wearing those for the most part. And they built a team. Nico Harrison was one of my favorite GMs across the league. He went and got PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, when everyone's like, that's too much of a price to pay for those guys. They come in. They're the best team in the NBA outside of the Celtics. After the trade, they go to the NBA Finals. And now reports are coming out. Tim McMahon, public enemy number one in my books, has been for years when it comes to anything Dallas Mavericks related. And he is a Dallas Mavericks writer, along with a national writer for ESPN. Yep. He's on the Wendy Show and all that kind of stuff. He tweets that Luka Doncic has ballooned up to 270 pounds, and conditioning and weight and diet were concerns of the Dallas Mavericks going forward, and they didn't want to pay him a supermax of $345 million, which the salary cap continues to go up. There's a new TV deal here after this season. Like, there's going to be so much money that $345 million over 5 seasons, not a lot of money in comparison to what the owners are going to be making. So if you don't want to pay him that, don't pay him that. And if you're going to trade Luka Doncic, which is the most stupid thing you could do as an NBA owner or GM, create a bidding war. If you have the Lakers offer on the table and you go, all right, I've got 48 hours. I'm going to go talk to every single other team, all the other 28 teams, and say, hey, you want Luka Doncic? Give me your best offer in the next 48 hours, and I'll decide after that. You had 6 days till the deadline yesterday before they made the trade. They didn't contact another team. Or they did. There's a mysterious team that they contacted. It was definitely San Antonio. You're like, you want to give me Wemby? And they're like, no, we're good. And that's him and Jokic maybe, and maybe Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Those are like the 3 guys that everyone's going to be like, yeah, probably not. I'm good. I'll be okay. I've got a guy kind of on equal footing.
Now everybody else is on the table.
Every other team is like, yes, here, take everything. Here's all of our picks. Here's our superstar to match salary. Here is everything. They push all the chips in on the table, and they're like, Luka, give us like a year or 2 and we'll figure it out. We'll get free agents to come in, all the things. How do you send just the one team that you reach out to is the Lakers? Like, NBA ratings are down. Everyone's saying conspiracy theories. Like, the NBA needs more viewers. Let's send Luka fucking Doncic to the Lakers to get more views and just put him with LeBron James. Sure, fuck it, whatever. Fucking blow up the NBA at this point. I'm fed up, dude. This is so bad. It's been like 12 hours since the trade happened, and it is the most stupid thing I have ever seen in sports. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got traded from the Bucks to the Lakers. That's fine. You already won your chip. You had Oscar Robertson. It was at the end of the tail. Okay, sure. Recoup the assets. You won your chip. That's fine. Will Chamberlain got traded to the Lakers. You got a chip with him. That's fine. Whatever. Kobe just gets traded from Charlotte to LA on draft night. Okay. Like, it's kind of stupid, but 13 or 12 teams passed on him. Whatever. Shaq decides to go to LA in free agency. Pau Gasol gets traded to LA, and they almost had Chris Paul before they got Pau Gasol in his prime. Like, they had that. And then all of a sudden, LeBron James is like, yeah, I want to be a Laker. How do they keep getting away with this? How do they have every fucking all-time great on their team over the last 5 decades? And now they're just like, Luka Doncic, welcome to the squad, bud. He's going to eviscerate the Dallas Mavericks for the next decade. And I am going to cheer for him. I am going to be so happy when he just destroys us in every single game because he deserves to have that happiness. The same way he looks at Oklahoma City and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns every single time he puts up a 50 ball and beats a 60-win team in the playoffs in Game 7 and just outscores the Suns in the first half by like 20 points. I'm going to be like, yeah, Luka, get yours today, buddy. You fucking deserve to clown these assholes. Nico Harrison, the Aldersons, Aldersons, whatever their fucking name is, get them the fuck out of town. I don't want you anymore. I want Mark Cuban back. And I would have never said that last year when this deal happened. I was okay with Mark Cuban, but the show got old. I was over it. You still couldn't put a winner around Luka. You couldn't put a winner around Dirk for 20 years, except for one season. And then you have the 2006 finals loss. Like, you couldn't do anything right, but you got the chip. That's fine. You sell the team, and I'm like, there's an influx of money. We're going in the second apron. We're going to go all in. We're going to get another superstar. We're going to add depth. We're going to do all these things. Nope. Fuck it. Luka, here's LA. Have fun. Fuck off, man.
Yeah. Dude, it's
I'm sweating.
Yeah. At one point, the Mavs had Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, and the old unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis, which, that's probably the smallest loss of those three. And I think you actually tweeted something about this, Stoney.
And was a pretty integral part for that team, so that sucks.
Yes,
whatever.
Important player.
I was okay
important
with
player
that
for
one.
sure.
I was okay with Brunson going to New York, but I'm not okay with this one.
Yeah, they're in like 3 of the biggest markets, the 3 most famous NBA teams.
Of course they are, because of
in
course
the world.
They are.
Yeah, it's just sad, dude. They turned your Mavericks into the AAA affiliate for Adam Silver.
Damn.
And it's like, that's not a shot at you. That's like, this organization is just like you said, all around malpractice. It's like, it's kind of
completely incompetent.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I feel so bad for every Mavs fan. I was talking to a teenager earlier, and I'm just like, look, dude, I'm sorry. We can find you someone to talk to if you need it. Like, it's not okay.
I
call the hotline.
I texted one of my friends. She's the biggest Mavs fan I know. I love the Mavericks. I will die for my Mavericks. She's even bigger than I am, like all the way in. And feels like such a blindside. A free trade. These are all consecutive texts, by the way. I asked her opinion.
Yeah.
And this is what it feels like. Such a blindside. It's a free trade. We lost someone who could be on track for the greatest player of all time. Kind of a stretch, but understandable. He made 5 straight all-NBA
not out of the
teams.
question.
Like, right. For a fucking unibrow, man. And now we're just going to let him go to the Lakers and let him get a ring. And Nico Harrison was on shrooms because what kind of stupid-ass deal is this? Did he think he ate? She was texting my wife as well. She's like, I feel like I got broken up with this morning. Like, that's how I feel. And she goes, that's how I legit feel. Like, the morning after a breakup. That's how I felt this morning. It's like, that's how Mavericks feel right now, is that their like most loved person of all time that loves them back just broke their heart, and they had to just wake up and have another day like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to begin. The best player in the world at times is with the other best player in the world at times, formerly. LA can't keep getting away with this. David Stern is, I want to say, rolling in his grave, but maybe he's
He blocked
happy
Chris
about.
Paul
I don't know.
from going to the
Prime Chris
Lakers.
Paul.
There is no way Luka Doncic is getting traded.
No chance.
Oh my god, this is disgusting. The NBA got
Yeah.
what they wanted, right? The ratings are going to go up. Everything will be fine. The money is all where it needs to be. It's all allocated at the expense of not only you, Stone, but millions of other Mavs fans, Luka fans. This is the most painful thing I could even fathom in your sports world, in millions of other people's sports world. This is like I can't even again like Harden in 2017. Maybe if Jalen Green and Alperen Şengün get traded for Tim Hardaway Jr. in a first round pick, I'd be like, what the fuck? What is happening? But
This is worse than that.
This is so much worse. So much worse.
This is
Like,
way worse.
I've watched my franchise quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, like just unconscious and having a seizure essentially on the field twice now. And both times, like, my quarterback that I've fallen in love with and is probably my franchise quarterback, regardless of how good or how not good he is. But he's the best one that we've had since Dan Marino, which I never really got to watch with my conscious mind. It's like, this is my guy. He is down on the field. I don't know if he'll ever play football again. And I was so hurt from that, screaming no at the TV in week 2 against Buffalo when he went down with the second concussion or this first concussion this year. And I was like, he's done. Like, it's over. And that hurt me so much. He ended up coming back and whatever. We missed the playoffs. Fuck it. This hurts so much more. And I'm not going to be able to avoid like having to talk about it. I'm never going to avoid like seeing it on Twitter. Like, this is my next 10 to 12 years of my life is going to be like, why the fuck did Nico Harrison just trade one of the best players in the NBA? Probably should have won MVP last year, won 34, 9, and 10. I had a guy. I was picking up my food right outside the arena. And this guy was like, this is a really good trade. I'm like, are you dumb? You're stupid or retarded. One of the three. Like, I'm gonna have to redact that. I'll clip that. 17 minutes. But he was like, Anthony Davis provides so much more defense for this team, and he scores 26 a night. And I'm like, that's 8 points less than what Luka scored last year per game. He's like, well, he has rebounding, and I'm like, Luka averaged 9 rebounds a game last year.
Yep.
You're not gaining anything from that. He also had 10 assists per game last year. Where are the other 20 to 25 points coming from if you have Anthony Davis on your team and not Luka Doncic?
Yeah, and
they're nowhere to be found. And this guy was trying to convince me, and everyone else in the room was looking at him like, buddy, you're so wrong. It's unbelievable how wrong you are with this.
Y'all brought back mobs, like 300-year-old mobs for this fucking guy.
We
incredible.
Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, 2 great centers, and you can rotate them in and out. And they're like, and Anthony Davis wanted to play with a real center, and they're like, and the Lakers were like, here you go, buddy. Here's 2 of them. Here's 2. They're just not on the Lakers. Have fun. We got Luka Doncic. Suck my dick.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Dorian Finney-Smith in the starting lineup there. That's the
worst thing of all time about this is that I hate the Lakers with every fiber of my being. But I have to watch Luka and Dodo, the best friends of his first 5 years in the NBA. They're best friends, and now they get to be best friends in LA with good weather and sunshine all the fucking time with the best fans in the world. Probably like, fuck off, dude. That makes me so mad that we just couldn't get Dodo back. 1 and 2. That now Luka's with the Lakers too. This is so bad, dude. So bad.
Yeah, trading away 25-year-old top 3 to 5, top 1 player some nights, player because you're worried about his conditioning, drinking too many beers in the offseason, whatever it is, so that you can get back a center who wants to be a power forward, who is an elite defender that barely plays, has a reputation of not being able to stay on the court, and a reputation of like turning into a puddle in the biggest moments whenever his team needs him.
He's had 2 good playoffs in his career, and the first one was a first-round series that lasted 5 games. 5 games where he was really fucking good, and he got traded to the Lakers and had a miracle run in the bubble where everyone was able to stay healthy because they didn't play basketball for like 3 months leading into it.
That's right. 2 off seasons.
Right.
in one season, and then he had the best fucking postseason of his life because there's no fans. 1, 2, it's in one place. You're never traveling, and he had a break before, so he was able to get healthy and get in conditioning shape and all that kind of shit. I love Anthony Davis as a basketball player. I'm frustrated that he can't stay healthy. I hate that he's on my team now. Hate it because of how it happened. They can win the NBA championship this year, and I'm going to be bitter. I'm not going to be happy about it. I'll probably buy some merch and I'll be like, hey, we're NBA champions. I'll rub it in your face. I won't like it. I will not like it if they win the championship this year because they traded the next 10 to 12 years of someone that was going to end up having a statue who was going to have his number retired in the rafters. And now all of that is out the window because you were like, oh, the kid likes to eat and drink too much in the offseason. If he's putting up 34, 9, and 10, who cares what he eats and drinks in the offseason? I don't care
James
if my
Harden club
superstar's
agenda,
a little fucking fat if he's putting up 34, 9, and 10. It does not matter to me. He is still the first, second, or third best player in the NBA if he's fatter than everybody else. At 270 pounds, he's probably going to be better than most players in the NBA that night. Doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Oh, man. What does this do to Zion's trade value?
Yeah, do we flip that 2029 first round pick and say, I don't know, Daniel Gafford for Zion now? Is that just available because Luka Doncic's trade value is Anthony Davis and a first round pick? Like, can we just do that? Like, three second round picks and Daniel Gafford. Here you go, Pels. Have fun with this guy. He's awesome. He doesn't miss every time he shoots the ball. But now we have Zion. Oh, another fat superstar. Let's flip him for one second round pick because we just gave up 3 first round picks from him. That's how many
first round picks did Rudy Gobert net? 5, 6,
5. Mikal Bridges
5.
KD 4 and 2 pick swaps. Donovan Mitchell 5. Like, everyone got 5 first round picks in the last 3 seasons, and Luka Doncic got 1 injury riddled superstar that is all NBA defense and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's very fucking good, but that is not enough. You had 2 to trade. You should get the 2 picks and Anthony Davis. If you're trading 10 years of fucking Luka Doncic, who you just fucked over, by the way. He's losing $50 to $60 million in his NBA career earnings now because you decided to trade him because he likes to eat or drink too much. I don't care. Everyone on the team loves him. Everyone plays by his attitude on the Mavericks. You built this whole team for Luka Doncic, and now you don't have a Luka Doncic to have this on this team. I've been talking for probably 22 minutes out of the 23 minutes that we've been recording so far, but I have no idea how to compartmentalize this into my brain other than me going to the Stars game in a couple hours and just like detoxing for 2.5 hours, 3 hours through the press room. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to cry in my car on the way home. And then I'm going to go to bed sad. I'm going to wake up sad. And I'm going to be sad for 10 years. Every time I watch Luka Doncic on national television, they're going to get 35 games on national television next year, by the way, boys. Like, it's happening. Like, you're going to have LeBron's last dance with Luka Doncic. Like, they're going to be on national television every fucking night. And I'm going to have to watch it because I have an NBA podcast that I have to talk about because we get paid for it. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what, buddy, we will have a little therapy session at the beginning of every single episode, as long as it takes, because my wife, the therapist, will tell you there's no way around it. You can't compartmentalize these things.
Can I get a free session
no way
with her
around
next
it.
week?
You can only, you know what? I'll ask. There's no way around it. You can only go through it. You can only go through it. I think that's probably a good segue to talk a little more of like the basketball implications of this for each team.
Sure.
And we can start with the Mavs because we've already said a lot about it. But this roster construction is really interesting. It's good. Like, it's a good team. They're still going to be good. But for how long is the question? And how long this season? Like, how long does this actually get you into the playoffs? And then considering what Kyrie has an opt-out after this year, AD is
he's got a player option that he can pick up if he wants.
Yeah, and AD is aged. And will be very soon. And then other teams own your picks after like 2028. It's just
everyone's not playing today either. By the way, we're playing in an hour. Everyone's not playing. Kyrie, PJ, and Daniel Gafford are all not playing. No one's
Spencer
playing.
Dinwiddie.
No one's playing.
Spencer Dinwiddie, take me home
for today.
What the fuck?
This is ridiculous, man.
Oh my god,
this is horrible. And who's going to want what young star who gets drafted by the Mavs is not going to be replaying this in their head? Like,
It's over. You just
you sent us
fucked the
the Cooper
franchise for
Flag
15
thing.
years.
You sent us the Cooper Flag picture, and like that's not going to happen. But if it did, why would he want to stay?
If we miss the playoffs and Adam Silver does not fix the NBA lottery for the Mavericks to get it because he forced Luka Doncic to go to LA, and if we get Cooper Flag, then I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Run it back. Fourth NBA superstar, top pick, white guy. Fuck it. Run it back. See what happens. If we get 5 good years out of Cooper Flag and then he's mad and just leaves in free agency, then fuck it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. How do Mavericks just recover from basketball wise though? This team is still decent. They could probably still make the playoffs. Like they could probably get out of the play in if Anthony Davis plays consistently. If anyone else can play basketball for this team, because it seems like everyone's hurt. Season from hell. Season from hell. I've been tweeting it for months, and I never expected this to be the kicker.
Yeah,
this is 77 Pearl Harbors essentially.
It's so many Pearl Harbors. It's so many 9/11s. It's so many. This is worse than JFK getting shot in Dallas. Like this hurt Dallas more than that.
All right, I'm gonna get us past that real quick. Nope. Going back to the Mavs being competitive. The reason, we've joked and we've talked about the Rockets and the Mavs matching up in a 2-7 or something like that, and I don't know what the matchup will be. But the reason the Mavs are scary is because you have this injured Slovenian waiting to come back. He's on ice. They're just waiting to plug him back in there, and immediately you can beat any team in the West.
Yeah.
And now the sleeping giant is Anthony Davis, who I am not afraid of. My team is full of 22-year-olds, and I'm not afraid of them anymore. And
you
the
can't
Lakers,
hurt me, Anthony Davis.
You can't hurt me. That's right. Oh, you've got Anthony Davis? Well, we got Steven Adams.
We've got Steven Adams, baby. That's right.
That's right. So yeah, it just totally takes that out of the picture. I think as long as people can get relatively healthy, the Mavs are going to be a shoe-in for the playoffs. They are still a top 6 team in the West, even with this, because their depth hasn't really changed. So as long as that depth can get healthy, they're still a threat. It's just not as much of one.
I'm not counting on them making the NBA Finals where the beginning of the season, I'm like, all right, run it back. We'll make it. We get a full year of actual chemistry with PJ and Gafford. PJ's turned into an incredible player. He's averaging 17-9 or 17-8, something like that. He's been a very, very good third or fourth best player on your team. Obviously, Derek Lively's missed all this time. Gafford's missing time. Kyrie's missed time. Everyone's missing time this year. So the team is still in a position to win at least a playoff series this year if everyone's healthy. But other than that, it's if you can win one series and you run into OKC, I'm terrified of OKC now, even with PJ Washington. I'm terrified of the Rockets. I was not afraid of these two teams 24 hours ago. I'm terrified of everyone else in the West now because of this trade, because you got rid of one of 3 best players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Max Christie, though.
Tough.
It's going to be sick.
Max Christie, though. Hey, that's not.
No, but I'm being mostly serious though. He will be a decent player.
Yeah, sure. He really will.
Right.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to talk about the Lakers side of this at all?
Yeah, let's talk about the Lakers. Get it over with. So the Lakers get Luka Doncic for the next how many ever years they want. They can just sign him to the max deal that they can give him, and he's gonna love LA. He's gonna love the weather. He's gonna love the food. He's gonna love the drinks. He's gonna love all of that, and he gets to play with LeBron. Which, Josh, I don't remember if you remember this last year, but that LA reporter was he's been right about everything for the last decade or so.
Yep.
And he's LeBron is on the move, boys. It's happening. And I'm Dallas, run it back. Give me a small forward. Let's just see what fucking happens. I don't care about the defense. You just add LeBron on the court with Luka Doncic. That sounds incredible. That sounds awesome. You have supercomputers. You have 2 of the best players to play the game. That can do kind of everything on offense and just know how to dissect the defense in other ways that most other NBA players in NBA history haven't been able to do. And you just have both of them on the court. That sounds awesome. I don't care that LeBron's 40. That sounds awesome to me. And I'm very excited to watch it. I'm just going to hate watch it because it's not my team.
That's right. I feel like you're going to end up liking to watch it, if that makes any sense. You're so mad at the Mavs that you're going to root for Luka on the Lakers, even though you're not like really rooting for the Lakers.
I've been rooting for Jalen Brunson since he left. I love Jalen Brunson. I love the way he plays. I love him in New York. It fits. That's great. It's going to be the same thing with Luka in LA because I'm not going to hate Luka because of this. There's no reason to hate Luka over this. Luka didn't do anything wrong other than have a few drinks in the offseason. He had one drink after the Western Conference Finals championship where he wins, and Michael Finley comes over there and takes it from him. Fuck off, Michael Finley. You left for the Spurs to go try to win a chip, and then we beat you. Fuck off, dude.
Damn. It's a fucked up world.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the Lakers defense.
Oh, the defense is a real problem. It's a real problem.
It's so fun. They're literally a layup line.
They have zero centers, no rim protection at all. But the offense sick.
Jackson Hayes erasure, but
that's right.
There's just straight up layup lines.
Jackson Hayes.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry, he should be erased.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, no rim protection.
I forgot about that.
The offense is going to be really cool though. LeBron and Luka on the court at the same time on the same team is objectively going to be masterpiece. Like it's going to be awesome to watch for just regular NBA fans, not like Laker fans or Mavs fans or Clipper fans or anyone that hates the Lakers. Other than that, it's going to be really cool to watch.
Yeah, they also have the Beverly Hills holy trinity of white guys in Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Dalton Connect now, so that works.
And their head coach, JJ Redick, the penultimate white
That's
guy
right.
as your head coach. It's like the ultimate white dude to be your head coach.
Buddy. Yeah. Don't you feel for maybe not feel for Danny Ainge, just he got to be a part of this, which is cool. The Jazz just get what? 2 second rounders and Jalen Hood-Schifino? Sure. Okay.
How
cool.
On earth am I trading Luka Doncic and giving up a second round pick in any way, shape, or form is what I'm trying to figure out.
2 second round picks in this trade.
How am I giving up anything other than Luka and garbage contracts and having to give up anything remotely close to a draft pick?
That is nasty.
I don't know.
Very nasty.
I don't know. I'll never get over like this happening. We had just watched some Severance. If you haven't watched season 2 yet, it's getting nuts.
Hey, they're not paying us.
It's incredible, though. I don't think they will. They're Apple TV. They don't have to pay anyone.
I'll give free ads to Incredible Television. How about that?
There it is.
We can talk later if we need to. Anyway, so we get finished watching. I'm gonna listen to like a book or something while I fall asleep. I look at my phone one last time, and it's like, oh, I got a little Shams notification. You know, we're close to the deadline, so I've got those turned on because I'm a real sicko. And I pop it open, and I'm like, that's not real. That's funny. Good one,
He
Shams.
had to tweet that, yes, this is real, that I didn't get hacked. This isn't just a fake trade, dude.
That's what we all thought. We all thought he got hacked. Yeah.
How would you like to be the GM who made the trade that everyone thought the most powerful, like, sports insider, definitely in America, maybe like in the world, like he's on track with whatever the soccer guy's name is, I can't remember, but and then Schefter, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah. Everyone is doubting him and thinking he got hacked. That's how bad your trade was. That's just crazy.
Nasty. Stone, how many first round picks do you have until 2030 over there in Dallas?
3.
Sure. That's not that
this year, next year, and 29, I guess. Now with the Lakers pick, which is probably just going to be a garbage pick now because they have Luka Doncic. Like, sick. We're going to have the 29th pick in the draft. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, you didn't get anything out of this. Like, Anthony Davis is an incredible basketball player. He's been one of the best basketball players that we've seen over the last decade. He's been awesome. Rookie of the year, all the things, all defense, all NBA. He's won a chip. Sure. Love that. Would love. We were all talking about Anthony Davis. Like, maybe if the Lakers start imploding, like, how do the Mavericks figure out how to get Anthony Davis before all the Lively and Gafford and PJ Washington things happen? We're like, I don't know, get him. That'd be a lot of fun with Luka Doncic. Now we have him. No Luka.
Not like this.
7 players are out against Cleveland starting in an hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to just tanking the shit out of this season and having everyone leave the roster. Just say, fuck it. Just trade everyone. See what you can get. And just restart. No. No,
It's
don't
not
say
gonna
that
happen.
because Luka Doncic was the guy that you tanked for. He was there for the
True.
last season of Dirk. Like he did the whole torch his past thing to Luka in his last season. Like, this is your guy. You're in good hands. Don't worry about it. And all of a sudden the Mavericks were like, no, we're good. He's fat. Don't want him. Fat shaming is bad in the workplace. How are we not getting like an HR violation through this? Like we should have Luka Doncic on my team right now because Nico Harrison should be fired for fat shaming Luka Doncic. Tim McMahon, you asshole. Looking at you.
That's not untrue. They were talking about it on the Bill Simmons pod. I know we give them too many free ads, so I'll just keep this quick.
I'm not done with it, but I will finish it on the way to the arena tonight. So I'm
excited.
excited.
I've really only
heard
15 minutes. Yeah, I've really only heard the beginning in one part, but Russillo was like, he could have been smoking cigarettes on the court.
Yes.
And I would have given him the Supermax.
He could have been smoking cigarettes, and I would have given him the Supermax. Yes.
So
yes.
good.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So the Lakers, a report came out that LeBron is planning on staying with the team, which is probably what Luka would have said 14 hours ago, and AD. When does he get traded? Or is he gonna when is he leaving the Lakers so that they can start this actual rebuild?
I don't know, man. LeBron's last year is going to be next year, probably. It's going to be like a next passing of a torch type thing with Luka and LeBron. Maybe after that, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even tell you what tomorrow looks like for me, man. Let alone 3 years from now with LA. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no one is safe.
No, everything is on the table right now. That's why I do not have words for this. I have so many emotions. I don't have any words for this. And Stone, you have encapsulated probably a perfect, not average Mavs fan, but a passionate, just sad man. You are at your lowest sports wise, and I'm seeing it in front of me, and I really do feel for you because Texas hate was just coming on. We were starting to get everything all together for the rivalry, and of course, the Mavericks will be a good team, a good enough team for the next year, 2, 3, maybe. Or they just tank it all, and we start from square one again. This is
Nico Harrison's parting words from his press conference just now were, the future to me is 3 to 4 years from now, the future 10 years from now. They'll probably bury me and Jason Kidd by then, or we'll bury ourselves. And then he left the press conference.
Joe Mazzulla.
You just buried yourself 12 hours ago. That is your death sentence. Trading Luka Doncic is this is your one GM job. You're done after this. You're not getting another one. You're probably not getting hired by Nike again. Like, no matter how many players love you, you're not getting hired by any of them because you did this and you fumbled the Steph Curry proposal. He was the guy that proposed to Seth Curry. You should sign with Nike. And he called him Seth and gave him the exact same presentation that he gave to Kevin Durant just right before that.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same thing. And that's why Steph Curry isn't a Nike guy. Like, if you just call him Steph and you still show him the KD one, like, you're probably getting Steph. And then he's going to get a signature shoe in a few years and whatever. You fumbled that, and then you fumbled Luka Doncic, which is unreal. Unreal. He's one of 3 most untradeable guys in the NBA. And you traded him for Anthony Davis and a first-round pick. Like, no. I'm going to go to the Stars game tonight, and I'm going to disassociate from anything NBA and try to avoid looking at anything. They're tweeting out damn graphics of Luka Doncic, Markieff Morris, and Max Kleber on the Lakers account. I'm looking at it right now, and it's just miserable to look at. Luka might look fatter in a Lakers uniform, too. That's another thing that we haven't talked about. Might be an issue for him.
I didn't know that yellow was such an unflattering color, but I'll take your word for it.
It just seems like it might get fatter.
My God.
Might. I'm still going to root for him. I'm still going to love him dearly. He's going to be my favorite player to watch in the NBA. Even though he's not on my team. I don't care.
Just a big old traffic cone out there. Can't wait.
This is unreal, dude. Like, I can't believe we're podcasting about this. Like, Jimmy Butler still hasn't been traded, and we're talking about Luka Doncic.
Shut up. Nope. Nope.
Until the Mavs trade
Luka
for him
Doncic
later
got
tonight.
traded before him, and the Heat hate that guy. Hate him and can't wait for him to be out of the building. They've been suspending him for weeks, and they can't wait to get rid of him. And Luka Doncic is going to get less than Jimmy Butler, who's caused so much chaos within the Heat organization. He's probably going to fetch more. somehow, some way. The Warriors are going to give him more, and they're going to have Jimmy Butler. And it's going to
3
be so
first-round
bad.
picks for Jimmy Butler and 1 for Luka Doncic.
I will
What a-
fold this
wow.
podcast if that happens. Fold it. It'll be
No,
over.
the Mavs are going to send their second from this year. Oh, they have 2 seconds from this year. They'll probably send both of those,
Mhm.
and then their 2031 first to get Jimmy and add him to this stellar all injured team that they're forming.
I can't believe that I just went from the high of all highs with the Stars. We'd made a good trade and we gave up a first round pick, but whatever. But you kept all your 3 studs. The 3 guys that are pretty much untouchable that are young guys under entry level NHL contracts. And you just did it and they're going for it. They're going for the cup this year. And then the Mavericks were like, you know what we should do since we made the finals last year? Trade the best guy on the team that actually carried us to the finals. We should just trade that guy. That'd
The
be
Mavs
a
just
great
said fuck
idea.
it, essentially. Oh, man.
The goalie
Stone,
said fuck it and left. That's what Nico Harrison just did.
Yep.
He just
Go-
went
yep.
empty net on the boys. And he's like, here
Mavs
you go.
said fuck it. This is incredible.
Do
I've
y'all have
never
any
felt
last words on this topic before I try to download this and upload it before I leave?
Yeah, probably lots of thoughts. Biggest thing would be that both of these teams are not very good right now, and the trade makes absolutely no sense for either one of them. Well, that's not true. It makes perfect sense for the Lakers. But I mean, if you're trying to contend right now, it doesn't make either of them a threat. And so the West is wide open once again. We don't know who the Thunder actually are in the playoffs yet. So we just got a dog out of there. So I'm excited for the rest of the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stone. You don't
can't.
deserve this.
I can't.
Hockey fan. I'm a hockey fan. That's what it's come down
That's
to.
right.
It's like hockey and golf. That's what I'm going to because I can let one team break my heart, but I can't continue to let 4 teams break my heart.
Nope. Go find your guys in golf over there.
Can't wait to watch Xander Schauffele win a major this year. It's going to be sick.
That's right.
It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
We all
Josh,
know
do you have any
who
last
he
words
is.
here, pal?
Nope. Other than no, I don't. I feel very bad for you. This is an indescribable feeling, and Stone, you are in every right vindicated for being the way you are, acting the way you are. I get it. I understand it. Astros start in a month. I don't know. I got nothing.
I'm still not even
That's
over
it.
2019 in Astros land, so it's like, how long is it going to take?
Please don't talk about it.
2019
Exactly.
hurts so bad.
It's so bad, and how am I going to get over this one? It's been 6 years and they've won a title since then. How am I not over it? I don't know. It is what it is.
This is worse than
this
that.
one. This is. Yeah, I mean, you just went to the finals. Not
Yeah.
less than a calendar year. It's not been 2 years. It's less than a calendar year, and he took a game like a team of scrubs: Reggie Bullock, Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, DFS, Josh's favorite player. Like he took all those guys to the Western Conference Finals, and he ran into a buzzsaw who was a 4-time NBA champion after that. Like, what are we doing? Why? What was the real reason? If Luka's not like a serial killer or just has heinous crimes against him, then this trade is abhorrent. It's awful.
Complete malpractice. This is just gross. This is gross. We'll never experience. I hope to God we'll never experience anything like this ever again. But all we can do is watch. You're gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. Sheldon's gonna watch, and at least the West seems more cool now.
Yeah, I mean, Kendrick Perkins thinks that it was a great trade for the Mavs, so maybe we're all just looking at this from the wrong angle.
Cannot believe that ESPN was like, we got to pay Kendrick Perkins, or we got to keep Kendrick Perkins, so we got to let Zach Lowe, a real journalist, go.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Lowe.
Zach Lowe is
We
just
killed
not
Zach
podcasting
Lowe.
right now. I can't not have a Zach Lowe podcast in my ears right now. Like, why is that not happening to me right now? Zach, please take a job anywhere. I don't care where it is. You can go to Barstool, you can go to Ringer, you can go wherever. Just have a podcast. I need the Low Post back. Please, I'm begging you.
Come on,
I know you're
Zero
taking a
Gravity.
sabbatical.
That's right.
Do that and just tell us why I should be in pain right now. and
Yeah.
just
Let's
console
let's
me.
get a licensed therapist on here. Let's get your wife on here, Sheldon.
Sheldon's wife is
All
coming on
right,
next
I'll
episode.
I'll make a call.
Jesus Christ. What a world we
boys.
live in, right?
Well, Luka Doncic, he's a Los Angeles Laker. Anthony Davis is a Dallas Maverick. Shock across the world. Like, been through a lot of trades in the NBA over the last how many ever decades, and this is the worst one. This is top one, worst. But boys, thanks for hopping on Sunday afternoon to talk about this. We'll be back later this week with another episode of Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, brought to you by Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Go check them out today if you're in the Houston area. They've got 14 locations. Chances are, if you're in Houston, you're near Big City Wings. Shout out to Prize Picks, where I'm going to hit the more than on Luka Doncic's stats for the rest of the season when he comes back. Shout out to the Lakers for that. Use code Apollo when you sign up and get to $100 matched on your first deposit. Shout out to J Bar and Barbecue. We will be there this Saturday watching the Rockets and a redacted team that doesn't exist to me anymore. If anyone wants to bring me a Rockets hat, I might wear it. Fuck it. Saturday, February 8th, J Bar and Barbecue. It's right next to Toyota Center. We love J Bar and Barbecue. We love the rest of our sponsors. And boys, thanks for joining. We'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast that may or may not exist after this week. I haven't decided. So
I know. We'll come back stronger.
It'll be all right. It won't.
I am not the strongest soldier.